Hiya, welcome back to part 2. I decided to split the video because the other one was just over an hour long, so while I paused I uploaded it and did all what I needed to do. Well, not uploaded it, but put it onto Movie Maker and what have you, so it's saving at the moment, ready to upload later. So I went off to do my little hooky things here. Now what I want to do is join those together with a brad. Not sure that it's going to be long enough. Okay, so I want to do that. What I did is I got my vintage distress ink out and just re-inked my pad so that it darkened the wood up a bit, but then I went over the wood, just the top, not the bottom, with this pearl pen in gold. I think it's gold. Where's the colours on it? No, it's gold. Okay, so that will be our V, like our little markets hook trailer thing, and that will sit like that. Okay, but I need to worry about adding a little bit extra on there just so that it sits the same way. So I'm going to do that. The brads I'm using are these American Craft Element pearl beads. These ones I'm using for the wheels. I'll show you those in a second, and I'm going to be using one of these for this. These are the wheels. You know I love a filigree, so this is why I wanted to sort of brownie ink these bits up a bit, just so I've got something that matches with that. So I've done 3 of them, they're all ready, and I just want to show you how I put them. These are all available from the Trinket Parlour, and you don't have to put these brads in. You can just glue them together and put some bling in there or whatever you want. Now with these little flowers, that centre hole is not quite big enough for my brad to go through, so all I did is got my pokey tool from the Trinket Parlour and just, not too far, but just pushed it in just to make that hole a bit bigger to take my brads. So I want this one here. Make sure your ends are pinched together. As you can see, I've got ink all over me. And you want to put it, oh, fiddly things again. I say it every time, don't I? Push that through there. Make sure it's all nice and centred, and ouch, don't prick yourself like I just did. And then just put it through the bigger filigree. Make sure it's all lined up, push it down, separate your bits. And there you have your 4 wheels. It might be a bit big, but hey ho, that's what I'm using. Because I'm trying to use up my bits, because next design team box is due. Woo, have me order, I can't wait. So there's the wheels. I'm going to now try and poke holes through this without breaking it. And I'm just going to line them up first. Not too close to the edges, just straight down the centre. Hopefully it's in the centre. Probably needs to go over a bit. Put my spectacles on that are on my head and not my eyes. Where's my old gone? There. So I'm going to go that side of it a bit as well. So just wobble your thing in. Be careful, because when you pull it out, your metal piece might come out, like I always do. Make sure you don't stab yourself or do anything silly. And then just lift it up and wiggle it through as much as you can. Has that gone through the first one? Yes. So I'm just going to make that hole a bit bigger. Not too big though, because I can feel it cracking. Okay, can you see that little hole there? And I've just got a mark where I went through, so I'm just going to wiggle my pokey tool into there. Feels like it's gone through. Yep. Oh look, see, that's cracked a bit. Good job that's, oh, it's closed up now. But you won't see that because it's going to be on the bottom anyway. So, now, see if I can get my brad through those holes. We can but try. Well, you could just glue them together and put some bling or something on there. I'm going to put that one at the bottom because it's got a little crack in it. Right. Make sure your ends are together. Put it through your first one. Gentle, gentle. Oh, see, that's pushing it apart. Now that is not going to go through both my brads. Sorry, both my sticks. So I think, because I wanted it to move like that, or be able to move. So I think once I get that in place, what I'm going to do is just pull those two apart. As you can see, I'm not got enough to go through both pieces. I need a longer one, but I want to use a pearl. I just need it to go like that, so that when it's on the cart, like that one, like that. Of course, making sure it's in the middle. I think that bit could go out a bit more. Actually, I could put them under. No, that's too much. Don't like that. I sort of want it like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably a good job that that doesn't go all the way through, because I need a bit of give so that so I don't have to build it up. If I push it right down, it lifts up more this end, obviously, because that's on top. So I'm just going to glue that into place like that. So it's nice, and so that's a pulley bit of your cart. So that's what's happening, peeps. So I think I'm going to line it up. I'm just going to make a little mark where I want them. Just about see that. Yeah. Or I could. Yeah. So that one's there. Now, do I want to put that on, or do I want to wait a bit and do my roof? The bits should have had time to dry. Right, we'll put that to one side. We're going to put that on when we do the wheels, because I might have a think about that. Now, so back, front, when you're pulling it, but when you're actually like at a market on display, this is the area. So what I've done is I did punch the other end of the paper, because I didn't take anything off the width, but I did cut off this. I decided to take the oh, what are they called, dressmaker dolly things. Okay, so, and instead of having it rounded, I thought what I would do is from each end I scored in 1 1/4, I think it was. No, it wasn't. 1 3/4 of an inch from each end. And folded them over. So instead of having a rounded, I mean, you can do yours rounded if you want. But what I thought, it's got a little bit of a hangover at the front. It will go like that. So this bit will be your front, like that. This would be your back, and then this is your display area. So you could put whatever you want in there. You can have a flower market, you could have fish, if you want to sit and cut out fishes from somewhere, you know, whatever you want. Whatever you want your little market stand to be. I know what I'm going to do with mine. But first of all, I think I'm going to put the roof on. I haven't inked it yet. Put them brads away. I don't need those no anymore. I don't need that. I'm going to ink my edges first, just a light bit, being careful because I've already put extra ink on. Just to cover up the white edges. Sorry, doing it off camera again, aren't I? Decide which bit you want. I'm going to have that bit at the back because they've got little bits off there. So this bit here is going to be my front. Okay, so that's that all linked up. Now, attaching. I've been thinking brads or just glue it down. Right, where's my... It doesn't really matter, does it? I just need to choose which end I want as my front and back. I still need to do something with them corners, but I'm going to put something on there. Alright. So, it'll have a little hangover at the back and at the front, like a canopy type thing. And sit like that, I think. And then what I'm going to do is have a little banner along here and just put some prettiness on it. Now, I know what I did want to do, but no, I know what I'm going to do. Stop muttering to myself. Right. So, I want to add... How much glue do I need? I mean, you can poke some, if you want to sit and poke holes and things, but I don't want to because I don't want, knowing me, I'll break it. So what I want to do is line this up as best as I can, see where I want it. I'm using the holes as my guidelines. So I've got a hole hang over at the front and the back. So that's going to be my guideline. Okay, and then for the glue, I'll just eyeball it. I'm going to put about glue on that piece there. So let's see if this works, shall we? Do one side at a time, doesn't matter which. Put your glue on. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting glue at the top of my lolly stick. Like that. Right, so remember we've got one whole overhang on each side. You need to bring the crease right down to the top of your sticks. Might be an idea to lay that one first and get it in the right place. And then just bring your roof down. Make sure you've got a hole each end and that you're relatively straight. Just going to hold that there for a minute. Get my excess glue off through my holes. Needs a bit. Okay. Just burnish that down where the glue is as best as you can, so it sits nicely like that. Try not to bend it in too much like I just did. Yeah. And then you want to do the same for the other side. Just going to lift that up for a bit so I don't move it about. I just lifted my edge up and I'm going to put glue at the top here again on the lolly sticks. Put it down so you can see what I'm doing. I think this is going to be easier than mucking about with brads and things because I've still got to decorate it yet. Make sure your sticks are out nicely. Make sure you're down. And straight. That one looks a bit wrong. That's better. Okay, and if you feel like you're, just bend your bits back a bit if you think they're a bit wobbly. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Turn that off. I think that looks alright. Just about. some excess glue there that I want to wipe off. Yeah. Okay. So that would be your back view. Oh, the sticks just fell apart. Anyway, I'm just going to have to glue that. I think that's alright. Let's see properly. Let's look in the camera. Oh well. That will have to do. Right, so now I am going to stick this on. Which bit do I want my front and back? It goes that way. Doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Right, so I might cut a bit off there actually. Or you can't notice that really, can you? So I think I'm going to put a bit of glue in here. Find my hole. Get it to the width I want it to be. Where's my rag? Get rid of my excess glue. That still looks wonky. So I'm thinking about there, like that. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Should have got my hot glue gun out, but didn't think. And even I think about there. Like so. Don't forget, it's going to have wheels on it, so wipe away your ooze. Do you know what? I just had another thought about that, but no, I'm going to leave it like that. Can't go changing my mind now, can I? So that's going to have to dry for a bit. I think what I'm going to do is get my hot glue gun out. Give that time to take and let it all dry for a minute. Where can I put it where I won't lock it? Yeah, I'm going to give that 5 minutes to dry. Trying to think what else I'm going to need. Just gather some bits and pieces, some stuff to decorate with. What else? Whatever you, if you're going to display something in it, or just leave it as it is, put a mini album in it, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to make mine into a little market stall, so I'm going to make some little boxes as like display rack type things. So, hiya, I'm back again. Right, today we are going to do a bit of decoration and put the wheels on, I think. So welcome back if you've made it to part 2. Actually, this is halfway through part 2 because I've already done the oh, ignore me. I'm rabbiting on as usual. It's because it's a different day. Right, okay, so the reason I changed this is because I have these lovely necklaces that are from the Trinket Parlour. Let me just get it the right way round and all. I think it's like that, yeah. So what I'm going to do, actually, save mucking about with that one. I've got one already open. I'm going to put sort of like that. These are going to dangle down the side, and that's going to dangle down the middle. And I might put one on, I'm just going to trim it at the sides here. And then I think one on the back and one on the front. Oh. So I've got my hot glue warming up. I don't think I'll be using hot glue because it's a bit lacy. And I'm going to do, this is going to be my front. This is going to be my back. So I'm going to sort of place it first. Make sure you've got it hanging the right way for a start. Yeah, like that. So I want that in the middle. I'll show you in a minute. I'll need to see what I'm doing. That like that. That like that. And that would hang like that. Yes. So what I'm going to do is just trim off these bits here. Oh, keep that and that. And the same for this side. Make sure it's all lined up where I want it to be. I have to put something across there. I will worry about that in a minute. Oh no, just need to get this right. Like that, that like that. And that right there, like that. That's it. So you have to be really gentle because this is only paper. I'm going to use my wet glue. When it decides to come out. I'm just going to do a bit at a time, starting in these corners because, yeah, let me start in the corner. Oh, I'm going to put that like that. That's moved. that centre bit's heavy. Let me put it up a minute. Okay, so I want that there. I'm just going to put that up there so it doesn't drag it down. And then I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just lining up the flower next to where the dangly bead is into the corner, so I get it the same each side, and then that makes the pearls dangle down the side bits where I want them to dangle. So I'm going to do the same with this. Take the weight off. And that will go like that. So I've just done this corner here. Oh, and that corner there. So that these pearls dangle down there. And then the centre bit will dangle down the centre bit. Right, what next? I'm going to start, put that in the right place, get your bits down, make sure it hasn't moved. Then take the weight off, do the same for this side. Just support it at the bottom when you're pressing it down and wiping excess glue off, so you don't bend it up. Okay, so that's that done. I'm going to do the sides now. Alright. So that's down. That bit there. Actually, I might need to pull that down a bit more. Yeah, I do. Like that. And do the same for the other side. But making sure that your pearls are still dangling in the right place. sure this dries clear. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to do this centre bit. Make sure everything's right. Pretty pretty. Right, so I'm just going to put some glue down in different bits and parts. Hold it all down properly. Try and lift it up first. Next bit. Down to there. Do that as well. And here. There. Stretch that out a bit. That's in the middle, it'll do. Yeah. So I'm just going to let that dry and do the other side. Oh, so there's the other necklace. And I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. Like that. Cut off the excess again. And let's cut around there. I want it the same as the back, don't I? Okay. So that will go on there like that. So I think I'll just put glue not too thick on the sides. That's where my beads are going to go. I'll glue on the sides. I can smell my glue gun burning away. Sorry, I'm in a world of my own today, ain't I? Concentrating, making sure I do it right. Come on now. So make sure that's all down nicely. Okay. Right. I think that looks quite cute. Pretty. Now, what have I got left? Keep these bits. Keep these pearls out because I might use them because they will go. So that's that. I've got a selection of flowers and ribbons, some Trinket Parlour ribbons. Oh, there goes my glue gun. Oh. I think what I'm going to do first, put my wheels on. Where are my wheels? There they are. Give it all time to dry then. Oh, I'm going to have a three-wheeled cart. Oh, there it is. So I found it. I was going to have a three-wheeled cart then. Okay, so let's have a little look, shall we? See where I want them. I wish I'd used clear pearls, white pearls in the centre of these. Might change them if I've got enough. Oh, I've got some silver. It might look better. I'm going to change the centre of my flower, of my wheels. To the silver one. I would like to have done the pearl ones, but I haven't got enough. So, just undo them. Got no nails. Ouch. Where's my pokey tool? That'll get them up. Does everything, this pokey tool. And it even pokes holes. Right, come on, otherwise it'll be another long one. Get it done. Ouch. Ooh, bugger. Come on, get off. What's the matter with you? You're a bit bent, that's why. Right, so we don't want them ones. We want these ones now. I'll probably put them on and won't like them. But never mind, we go with it. Oh, that looks alright. Yeah. Make sure that's all centred, push it right in, flatten it down. Next one. Ouch. Bend them the right way. Make sure that's in the centre. Next one. Ooh. Come on, get in there, don't muck me about today, Mr. Brad. Oh, keep poking myself. Last one. Put these away. Do that later. Make sure your hot glue gun's all fired up. Oh, your fiddly thing. Make yourself bleed. Okay. And that, yeah, that looks better. So, what we're going to do, where you've opened your brads, we're going to apply glue, okay, just to the relief areas, which are the higher up areas. So along the top of the brad, because that's where you're going to line your thing up. So let me show you how I'm going to line it up. When I've made my mind up, of course. Let me have a look first. Don't want to show you wrong, do I? Yeah, that's alright. Bring it down a bit. Right, can you see how I've lined it up? So you've got a piece pointing up, straight up. Actually, I'm going to bring that down a bit. You want your brad, so can you see, in line with the bottom of your base, and then you want it lined up at the side here. If you can see, I've got one just there. So, and that's how I'm going to glue all of mine down. So I'm first going to put it on its side, get my bits in position. Ooh. Or should I come out a bit? I might come out a bit actually. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. I'll show you. Hang on a sec. Oh, come on, glue gun, work when I want you to, please. Right, now get this done quick, the right way. So what did I do? I got one there, that one coming over, like that. Is that about right? I think that's about right. So there's my first wheels on. Get your glue strings off. Now I'm going to do the other side without knocking the other ones off. So I don't want it up too high, I want it about there. We have one coming over there. I think about there. How much of a gap have I got at the top? Just a little bit. Just get your ruler, make sure you're lined up as best as you can be. And then when it's done, hope it's going to stand up. So what have I done there? Like that. Like that. Looks about right to me. glue strands everywhere. So there we are. And it stands up, look. Cute! And I think the silver brads go better with the, because these are quite a silvery pearl. So that's the right way. Whee, off to market. Off to market. Right, now, the dreaded flowers. Oh, what is this? Maybe I could just put a bit of that across there first. Yeah, why not? Why not, eh? Put it out the right way. Just that way. I think I'm just gonna. Yes, I'm doing that. Going for it. Ouch. Oh, ouch. Burning myself. There. Just a bit across there. I think my roof is bowing. I might put another stick across there because these are quite heavy, these pearls, so, and it's pulling it down, so I might just run a stick along the inside just to hold, see if that'll help take some of the weight. So there, I'll put a bit of lace down just to cover the gap. I don't know where I'm going to put my flowers. I'm going to put a few on the roof, but only at the front. Oh, I've got this as well, I forgot. Ooh, maybe up there. Right, let's grab some fleurs. I've got some Trinket Parlour blingy loveliness and some blingy loveliness again. Leave that there. I've got some leftover of that. I've got flowers, and I think I'm going to go for light sort of colours. Just grab what I've got out. I think I want the blue. I don't put anything blue on there now. I've covered the roof. Alright. I've got some brown ones in there as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet. And then I've got my Trinket Parlour flowers as well. So I'm going to grab some of them out. And some of them, look. Some sparkly stamens. Might as well get some of them out. What else have I got? That as well, isn't it? I don't think I need that trim. Right, where do I start? I'm going to use my hot glue for this. I'm going to do a bit of a layout first because I'm not good at this. Flower arranging art. I like this Trinket Parlour resin. It sort of goes with green. Maybe there. Like that. What other colours we've got? We've got this pinky white one. Which we could do like that. Got some leaves. Not really the right colour though. These are more autumn. Mind you, if I'm going to add some brown. Anyway, worry about the leaves in a minute. I've got some other leaves. So, let's have a focal point. I like that one. Look, I think what I'm going to do, otherwise it's going to go on forever. I'm going to pause, arrange my flowers, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't do a lot. I don't know what I'm doing with the top. And because it's heavy, I don't want to put too much on. So, but I might add a few more bits. But what else I've done is use these cute tiny little flowers from the Trinket Parlour just to go around the bottom of the posts. So I'm just doing the other side as well. So these are just offcuts of chipboard pieces that you can get from the Trinket Parlour. And I've used my own flowers. I don't think there's any. Yeah, these are all my own flowers. So, but of course the necklace is the Trinket Parlour, and this lace is the lace attic, sorry. So right, let's just get gluing these on. What I'm doing is putting the middle one on first and making sure that it's covering up the edge of the chipboard. And then putting one either side. That one. Because I think they look quite cute. And another one. And these do have actual different designs in them if you have a good look at them. So I want a fairly big one for the middle, which is going to be, I'm going to have that one actually. So let's make sure that's covering that. And then I want one there. That one there. Oh, that's so cute. Now, I am worried about this roof. And I've put my sticks away. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it on camera, but if you have the same problem as me, if you've got something that's like the pearls that are adding the weight and pulling it down, then just run a stick. I think I'm going to do one along the top and one along the back from post to post, and hopefully that will hold it up. Now I had something else. What did I do with it? Oh, there's my clock. I want my clock. What did I do with that? It must be in here somewhere, is it? And what I did with that, I'm looking for my bike. I'm sure I've got one out. Oh, that's my other one. Just try not to wrinkle and make a noise. So all I've done with the clock, I'm going to hang it up inside. You know, you don't want to be late home from market, do you? You miss your dinner. So I've literally just gone over the relief areas, the highest points, with my vintage photo. And I'm going to do the same with the bike. Just give it a bit of don't forget the edges. Saddle. Oh dear, the seat, not the saddle. It's not a horse, Mandy. It's all this country living. Right. Okay. See, and that just gives them both a bit of definition. Can you see that? So let's move my little flowers out of the way before I knock them flying. And then, because I'm not going to use them. Now, what did I say was my front and back? Oh, that's my front, isn't it? Right, this is the front. And what I'm going to do, when I say front, I mean side. bike. You need something to pull your little market stall, don't you? So I'm just going to put the bike on the front there like that. My clock is going, I think I'm going to put it, not that you really see it properly, but I think I'm going to put, I might actually put it in a corner, like that. In fact, I might put it in that corner over there. I'm just going to ink the back a bit, just around the edges, because it's poking out, so just a little bit like that, just give it a bit of colour. Make sure I get all the definition on the clock. So yes, I'm going to put it in that corner there. So how am I going to attach that without having a big goopy bit? Let's see. How far do those bits go? So the bit, need glue. So the bits that are sticking out the most are the bits that I'm, just like that, get it in there quick. Make sure it's straight. Oh, and do that again because my glue cooled too quickly on me. So just the points because when they touch, that will hopefully hold them in place. Again, make sure you're all straight. There's your little clock in the corner. What else do I want on here? I was going to put a bit of this on, but I think it's too wide, really. That side. No. What I could do with, oh, that'd be an idea. I'm going to add to the weight, and if I put some pearl trim on that. Oh well, we'll do it anyway. I'll be back in a sec. Hello. Right, I've just been going over the top, and on the lace, just putting some pearls on. Only little tiny ones. Got that one. They are glued, got sticky on the back, but I like to put a bit glue down as well so that they don't come off or move around. I'll show you in a minute. Put one on there. Put one there that I forgot. Let's come down a bit. Okay, happy with them. I'll put a bit more on here. I'll put one there as well. No, I won't. Just in the centre of the petals on the flowers. Got loads, I might as well use them. So we're nearly done. The chipboard still hasn't arrived. So I'm hoping tomorrow. It's Wednesday tomorrow, so I ordered it Friday, so if he's going to be any later than that, I'm not going to be happy. So I can finish my other one as well. Oh. So there you are. That's my top. I'm not going to add any more on for the time being because I need to get some sticks under there. Get that held up properly. So there you have it. Little market. Oh, I was going to put some pearls down the bottom. Hang on. Where should I put them? Look it up. Just a little one there. And on the other side. Get it on. So I've decided what I'm having in my market stall. I'm not going to make, I was going to make some display boxes, but I made what I was going to put in there, or some of them, and I don't think I need them. And this video is long enough, as they say. Right, so let's just get my last bits and pieces out that I can show you. That resin, might have to put another flower down there just to hide the back of the clock. No, that's too many. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the contents of my market stall. Where did I put them? I think they're in this one. So I'm just going to put them in and then show you once they're in. So hang on a sec. Find them all. Okay. That's the back. Oh, getting him hooked up. I'll put the last one in because I haven't finished it. Cute! So, now, can you see it's a handmade card market stall. How cute is that? It was supposed to be another card, but I never finished making that one last night. But you get the idea, don't you? So there we have it. Little market stall for handmade cards. Go round, show you it all. The back. The back when you're pulling it. Did I show the bike? On the bike. Popped up ready to go. Put my card over. A little bit of bling there, and then of course all the bling on the top. So there you are, this week's design team project. I hope you like it. I hope you make one. I know I make it look hard, but they're really not. I find the hard bit is the decorating, because I'm just, or the embellishing, whatever you want to call it. Could hook those leftover beads on there. Might do that. So there you have it. One market cart, stall, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for joining me. Pop on over to the Trinket Parlour where you get these lovely goodness. Even the little cards, look. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually got hairy stuff on it. So a bit of hairy stuff, some lovely of those little mini flowers from the Trinket Parlour. So, and then I didn't go mad with the cards. And this one, again, leftover bits from the chipboard from Trinket Parlour. This is the Trinket Parlour as well. Cute. What did I do on that? Oh yeah, that one. I think that's just one of my flowers at the back, and this is part of the rose trim, and it says Dream down there. Now what I have got, but I couldn't find them, is some dies from the Trinket Parlour, you know, smile, love, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to be putting sort of along on these cards. But I'll do that when I find them, and I will add some photos on. Got a bit of glue on that one. So there you are. Oh, so you do these things backwards, you can't see what you're doing. I'm going to hide my clock too much. So there you have your little market stall. Thanks for joining me. Get on over to the Trinket Parlour where you can get some of this lovely, lovely, lovely necklaces that you don't have to use as necklaces, as you can see. And of course these lovely little mini resin porcelain flowers, cute, and the bike, all available. And of course the wheels, which are the metal flowers, filigree flowers, all available for the Trinket Parlour. So thank you again for joining me. I will see you, hopefully, if my chipboard's here tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Yeah, I should see you again Thursday. Fingers crossed. Thanks for joining me. Got on over to the Trinket Parlour. I'll leave the link below, and they're on Facebook, so the link will take you directly to their page on Facebook, and you can ask to join and you will be added and welcomed, and you can find all the different departments in the photos in the album section, so you can go and have a good old shop. It is lovely. Okay, thanks for joining me. Sorry it took so long, but I like doing things like this. Well, I like the build anyway. Take care. See you all soon. Bye bye.